Hello again, everyone. I am Dr. Albus McDonald, certified research scientist. I'm back with another update pertaining to coronavirus. In this video, my fourth on the subject, I would like to focus on the recent spike in cases. No promises, though. I have ADD and I've been off my meds for weeks. Now, where was I? The current wave has led to dramatic numbers of new COVID cases. Very dramatic. And I know drama. I watched every episode of Breaking Bad and Ozark. But ever since we've surpassed the once unthinkable number of 200,000 new cases in a single day, things seem completely out of control. It's rather like a buffet restaurant. You start with too many food choices, then tell me it's all you can eat? There's bound to be trouble. From dueling with an old lady with serving spoons for the last popcorn shrimp in the bin, to putting my mouth directly over the frozen yogurt machine, to the tummy ache hours later. Let's face it, no one should ever consume that much Alfredo sauce. Well, I still believe we can get the COVID numbers back under control well in advance of vaccine distribution, which should be coming soon, just like the next Shannon Messenger novel. Every year, like clockwork. Are you listening, George R.R. Martin? You could take a cue from her, my friend. You're like the keeper of the lost calendar, aren't you? Remember, no one is immune from catching corona. Sadly, we have learned that from popular athletes, famous movie stars, and other celebrities. In fact, it seems that literally all the cool kids are doing it. The question is, why? Why? Why are the cases so rapidly increasing? Well, since you asked, I'll tell you. Despite advisements to avoid large gatherings, practice social distancing, and wear masks at all times in public, many people have been doing what I do when my accountant tells me to stop gambling. Pay no attention. Believe me, I know it's hard to follow advice we don't like when you get drunk on a little wine and before you know it, you start throwing chairs, so your friends calmly walk you out of church. COVID is no different, except it doesn't include free wine. But everyone should take the CDC and other official information sources seriously. There are two things I hate. One is having small animals trying to nest in my facial hair. The other is to sound preachy. But as a doctor, I have seen too many patients suffer. And not just from trying to coax a family of chipmunks out of their beards. What do chipmunks eat anyway? I've seen too many people sick from COVID-19. Spread of the virus can be prevented, so we all have to follow the same basic rules. Where I come from, infecting others with the virus is considered terribly impolite and quite embarrassing. To be fair, English people aren't mortified by the aesthetics of our own teeth, so our embarrassment scale is obviously a little off. But you get my point. As I've often said to my own mislabeled test tubes in my lab, please be part of the solution. And we don't have to be cynical. For me, optimism has always paid off. Except that time I lost my wallet at the zoo. How did my debit card wind up in the pouch of a kangaroo? I don't have any proof, but I doubt he was working alone. In conclusion, we must each be conscientious of others when it comes to our public behavior. And I've been on the receiving end of that lecture, but this time it's about more than wearing pants. Even if you have already had COVID-19, unless you have the antibody, it's possible that you could still pass the virus on to others. And those antibodies are like sushi trays from a corner convenience store. We're not sure how long they're good for. So please help us slow the spread until everyone gets vaccinated, or at least until enough people get the vaccine so that herd immunity develops. Not to be confused with nerd immunity, a scientific theory that asserts that certain people only continue to get cooler the older they get, such as Henry Winkler or Betty White. Lucky devils. That's all for this time. Please like, share, and subscribe. From the Litmus Foundation Pharmaceutical Laboratory and Needle Factory, this is Dr. Albus McDonald, reminding you not to wash your hands of coronavirus. Wash them to prevent coronavirus. Thanks for watching.